Hi there and welcome to the Telly Show. This week I'm going to be chatting to 3 of the celebs from Dancing with the Stars, while I also headed along to Virgin Media Television's spring launch this week, where I got to talk to Love Island's Wes and Megan, Denise van Outen and more. Before all that though, I may as well give you my TV picks for the week. I'm very excited about this week's ones because we have the long-awaited return of True Detective. The crime anthology series is back for its 3rd season this week with a whole different story and a brand new cast. Similar to the critically acclaimed first outing of the show back in 2014, the 8-episode season will span 3 decades and follows partner detectives played by Mahershala Ali and Stephen Dorff investigating a crime involving 2 missing children. The new series kicks off this Monday on Sky Atlantic.
Before you ever knew me, I wasn't scared much. I wasn't a fearful man.
I'll be back before the sun goes down, you understand?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Those kids, my kids, my wife. My whole brain's a bunch of missing pieces.
My second pick arrives on Netflix today and stars Gillian Anderson and Asa Butterfield. It's called Sex Education and is a coming-of-age comedy that you'll be instantly endeared by. Once you get past the fact that all the kids in the show appear to go to some kind of modern-day Hogwarts for hipsters. But it is a really funny and charming show and it's got a killer soundtrack.
Oh, I wish my mum was a sex guru.
So, why don't you start by telling me your earliest memory of your scrotum?
Trust me, you don't.
As I said earlier, this week I headed along to Virgin Media Television's spring launch. TV3, for those of you still calling it that. I got to chat to Love Island's Wes and Megan about life after the reality show, as well as Denise van Outen and Jason Byrne about the upcoming season of Ireland's Got Talent, and a few other faces you'll recognise too.
We got a lot of really kind of heavy hitters, big brand sports and entertainment shows. If you look in the coming weeks and months, we've upped our game in terms of quality, in terms of scale, and promises to be a really exciting spring ahead for Virgin Media Television.
And what about Love Island? I guess that was a big hitter for you guys last year. It's back again this year.
So we just had Wes and Megan here now, and so Love Island was I won't say it was a surprise hit. I mean, it's a very popular show, but I think it really exploded in popularity last year.
What was it like coming out of the villa? It must have been so overwhelming for you guys.
Yeah, I was so nervous to come out. I remember walking through the airport and there was loads of paps, there was loads of people screaming. I just held Wes's hand. I was like, oh my God. We got separated within 5 seconds though.
It's like it took a ball. We were like grabbing each other's arms and people just yanking us off.
But this year we're coming back with Love Island Australia and a brand new Love Island USA.
Well, obviously Ireland's Got More Talent is one of the big shows. I filmed just after I had my little boy.
Bobby, yes.
Which was kind of daunting, but we got through it and the show is great.
I have to say, and I'm not being biased being the host, but it is bigger and better, and we're not exaggerating when we say that, because I think with year 1, people are kind of thinking, oh God, an Irish talent show, is it going to be crap?
Yeah, it's always the fear.
There's always that fear, and just seeing us as like the poor cousin of the English version, but it's like Simon Cowell's company, there's a lot of money behind it, it's a big production. And I think when people saw Series 1, they realised, okay, the production values are high and more people have applied. So with more people applying, there's more talent, there's more variety.
You've got so much to look forward to. Amazing acts. Obviously, we're at the Helix, so it's bigger and better. Some real variety.
Yeah, there's a lot of tears, a lot of laughter, but it's good family stuff as well. So there's not, the kids will be able to watch it with the grannies and the parents and all that, and there's good magicians, good comics, good dancers, good singers. There's country singing.
There's dangerous acts as well that I can't even look.
Yeah, there's a couple of where people nearly die. So the Irish will like that. And as well as we said earlier, there's some rubbish acts as well.
You guys seem to, even just from being around you for the last 20 seconds, I know, but you seem to have a lovely, loving relationship. There's been a lot of breakups. What do you think it is about you guys that you're making it last?
Like, don't get me wrong, it hasn't been like plain sailing, it's hard. We're both young and there's a lot of pressure, everybody's watching us. But I think we're just both on the same page as regards to like priorities, and we're so fortunate to be given this platform, but at the same time, work's work and you've got to get the right balance between working and achieving what you want to in your career, but then having time for like your family, social things. So I think we're just very similar in that respect.
Absolutely, there's loads of things that are going on, and there's nothing that you can do to prepare you for it.
You were saying there was a bit of a falling out between you and Louis.
They pick up all the time.
Yeah, he wasn't here today because I sent him to Miami. He's not allowed to be here. So get out of Ireland.
He's sunning himself somewhere, glamorous.
No, there's no. It's only banter. It's grand.
Yeah.
It's
It is very funny though.
Yeah.
Because we literally have to try and break them up.
Yeah. It was like, no, you're not right, Jason. No. He's like a kid. He's like a kid.
Dancing with the Stars kicked off last Sunday with 11 Irish celebs competing for the Glitter Ball trophy. I was delighted to be joined by 3 of them for this week's show. This is Brown's Boys star Eilish O'Carroll, country music singer Cliona Hagan and comedian Fred Cooke. Not Cook, as we found out last week. They chatted about how they were getting on this season's show and were just great crack altogether. Have a look. Eilish, Cliona and Fred, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy training schedules for Dancing with the Stars to join us here today. One live show down. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
You two ladies, of course, Fred, we saw you dance on Sunday.
Yeah, so this week for me is, I guess, it's like there's still pressure, you know. I'm still like learning my dance for next week. But, you know, like you know, it's all about the ladies this week. Absolutely,
Yeah. And how did you find last Sunday's performance?
Oh, I love doing it.
Yeah,
definitely. You know, and it was great fun. So it was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's an incredible dynamic, do you know what I mean, between the audience and the judges. Do you know, and I'm just kind of in the middle of it going, oh, what's going on? Wow! Like, I could do so much, you know, like from positive cheer to attack. I'm like, you know, I felt like Aladdin in music, like, whoa! You know, I'm after doing dancing, and now it's a face-off between everyone. So, so, you know, there's so much going on, like, so it's, but yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, brilliant. And you two ladies have your dances on Sunday.
Yeah.
How's it going? Now, I know you can't tell us the song, but can you tell us the dance?
Well, my dance is quick step. So basically it's a lot to do with your form and your head has to go right back really awkwardly. And it's a very high intensity dance. I really, really like the dance. But there's one part of the dance that I'm just finding it a little bit hard to get up in time from the floor. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I can't wait. It'll be fun as well to get into the costume and, of course, to get onto the actual dance floor within the set. And I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. And what about you, Eilish? What's your dance number?
Yeah, my dance number is the tango.
Oh,
and,
very nice.
It is, you know, it's a dance I've always admired. I've never been able to do it, but I've always admired it. And it's a bit like Cliona, it's a bit like the quick step in so much it's all about your frame. You've got to hold the head back to the side, and I've got to look over my elbow and eyes up to a certain point. Not up the sky, just up to a certain point. And most of the energy comes from the legs, I'm told. And it's a very kind of passionate, not angry, but aggressive dance. So it's not who I am, unfortunately. Right?
Yeah,
so I'm really trying to maintain the character.
Yeah,
and like Cliona, I'm having little bit, you know, there's bits of the dance I'm having trouble with, and it's probably from the start to the finish. Other than that, I'm great. I'm really good.
Once you get the start and finish over with,
once I get, you know, just a bit between the start and the finish. Other than that, I'm absolutely flying. And I cannot wait. I've got to tell you, I really mean this. I am so excited.
Yeah.
I know I'm nervous, and I wouldn't be normal if I wasn't nervous. Would
Yeah.
But I am nervous. But I kind of think, no, this is go out and do your dance, Eilish.
Yeah.
You know, this is I know it's called the tango, and I know it should resemble the tango, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Eilish's dance.
You'll be amazing.
And you all are performers in different fields, but how are the nerves with getting onto the dance floor as opposed to what you're normally used to? Like, say for you, Cliona, singing, or you with comedy, or you with acting, Eilish. Do you find it a completely different thing, or does your previous experience help?
For me, singing on a stage, it does help. Obviously, I'm trying to entertain the audience, but dancing is totally a different ball game. I'm not in my comfort zone. I'm totally afraid of messing up the steps. So it's split emotions, you know. I'll be confident in the respect that I performed in front of a crowd, but just completely nervous in case I mess up the steps and make a fool of myself. So it's kind of a mixture of feelings.
Yeah. And what about that with comedy?
Oh yeah, like well, one thing where it works on my side is I don't mind making an idiot of myself because I've done it professionally for 11 years. You know, and I know I'm just doing it differently, like. But I guess stand-ups in a nice way can be very selfish. It's you and the audience. You can indulge in that.
Yeah.
With dancing, you know, you're responsible to your dancer as well as your group dances, and they're responsible to me now. I've come on so well, and I don't know, but like You know, it's you know, you're responsible to all that.
Yeah.
You know, you got cameras as well. You know, you got such glitter, and you know, you've got. You know, I've never done a gig, and then when a gig is finished, you know, like I've 3 judges telling me that I can't do it. You know.
And is that hard to take, like, the judges? Because even when I was watching, like, particularly your face, Fred, at the end of it, like, you could see that there was sort of, like, a vulnerability there that you did want to impress them, you know?
I
want
to run across with the tissue, Fred.
No, no, there was that. I was, well, as I said, you know, when the judges started talking, I was fine with that. It was so much. It was just after a dance anyway. So you're cheering and booing and stuff, and it's all live TV. So it's kind of very little of it was actually going in. You're like, okay, whatever. Like, And so, but absolutely, when I went over to Nikki as well and we got the scores, you know, I had the time to take a beat and realise what was happening.
They actually said.
Exactly. And I was like, okay, So. But you know, it's a wonderful opportunity. Like you know, we were saying, I was joking with Eilish earlier on. So we're not allowed to do this next year. This is our shot.
So there's no comeback.
Exactly.
The repeat, but they might repeat.
Absolutely,
our dances though, Fred, because they're going to be quite iconic.
Of course, they're going to have to rename the tango.
They have to rename the tango, right? And no, I'm with Fred and Cliona there because. When I perform, I'm performing mostly in front of a character. I'm playing a character, right? So I'm going out and I'm disguised and I become that character. So I got the lovely rollers and the hairnet and pop socks and so on and so forth. And if I could go out there now and do the tango in that get-up, it would be the most entertaining evening you ever had in your life. You wouldn't want to see anybody else, right? But unfortunately I can't. So I'm going out there naked. Really, and you know, vulnerable and naked, and I am not a pretty sight naked. So even that thought in my head is kind of, it's very distracting. But I want to keep, I think, the confidence that I have when I am actually performing, because I'm able to, and because it's comedy, as you well know, you have to switch off, right? Particularly with a TV show, where when I'm doing my own live show, it's very different. You know, I engage with the audience. I can't engage with the audience as Winnie McGugan. So I switch off from the laughter. And whether that be live or whether that be on TV, you have to switch off because you have to remember what the timing is going to be. And that, you know, you are really, this is make-believe, but you are really that character. This is really happening for you. Yeah. So people are not watching me. So I'm hoping to bring that onto the dance floor with me. Yeah. And actually soak up the energy by all means and love being in the centre of attention, let's face it, but not let it distract me. So I can stay focused and take on that character that is me, the real me, and go for it. Ginger Rogers, eat your heart out, bastard. You know what I mean? I'm going to impersonate Ginger Rogers.
I can't wait.
And tell me, Eilish, will the O'Carrolls be along on Sunday, waving their banners?
I have all the family coming on Sunday, most of them anyway. I have 2 brothers, 2 sister-in-laws, or is it 4 brothers and 4 sister-in-laws? There is quite a lot coming on
will Brendan be there?
Brendan, unfortunately, is in Florida because he lives in Florida.
Oh,
so
of
he
course,
won't be there.
Should we see in the final?
So I'll see him when?
In the final.
That's what I said to him. I said, listen, he said, you know, I probably won't make it. I said, don't worry. I said, it's weeks yet before the final.
Anytime. And then you'll be at your A game. And come here, I'm so curious about the level of training that goes into each of these dances. How much, because when you sign up to something like this, is it more than what you thought that you'd have to give? Like, how much of your lives do you hand over to Dancing with the Stars?
Initially, I thought I was going to be able to go back home to Tyrone, which is about 2.5 hours, to see my personal trainer and then come back up and train again. I do not know what I was thinking. Yes. It is like 6-7 hours every day, flat to the mat. Right. You get about a half an hour to throw some food in you and get some water and then back at it. It's so demanding, and when you're watching like the professional dancers, they make it look really, really easy. And then when I'm trying to do it, it's so hard because not only are you thinking about your steps, you're thinking about your posture, your head. Yeah. You have to count. Sometimes I can't count to 8. Don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah. My dance partner's like, Cliona, what number comes after 7? And I'm like, 8. He goes, 8. 11. So it's definitely not what I expected at all. But it's something I don't want this, you know. opportunity to pass with me, like the nerves getting the best of me. I just really want to soak it up and enjoy it all. And weirdly enough, I'm so looking forward to Sunday for the audience being there, because I think the audience it'd be great because they're there to support you. So I hope that they'll just give me the energy and the support I need to get to the end of the dance.
Absolutely, And another thing I was curious about as well is the process of even signing on to a show like this. I mean, I don't know how much you can say about that, but how long did you have to keep it a secret for? Or was that really difficult? I mean, was it, Fred, when did you kind of find out you were involved with the show?
How did I find out? So maybe a month and a half beforehand.
Right.
So, but I told my family and stuff like that, and you know, they've had worse news. So. You know, so I think they're okay with this one, and but I think Mom was honestly like, when I told Mom, because Mom was she's such a lovely character, knows a lot of people. That she wouldn't be part of social media, or even trying to get her to the show was a struggle. But she'd know lots of people at home, but she's very honest. And when I told her I was doing Dancing with the Stars, she was going, "Fred, that's for stars." That's what she said. That's for stars, right? This is beautiful honesty about it.
Your own mother would have that response. You know, you know.
I know. Exactly. No, a week later, it's for dancers. You know, Fred, it's for dancers. But you're all right, isn't it? It's just this realism that kicks in all the time.
You know, yeah, I know.
And what about you guys? When did you find out that you were going to be taken to the dance floor?
I found out round about September time, and because I think they, and I was really surprised because they'd asked me last year and the year before, and I couldn't because of work commitments, and I honestly just thought there's no way they're going to come back. They're going to go, she's either not interested or whatever. And so when I got the phone call, I was really excited because I thought, I wonder if I can do it now. You know, what's my schedule for next year? Will I be on tour and so on and so forth? So I had to kind of sort all of that out. So once I knew I could actually commit to it, and you know, spoke to Brendan and said, look, we'll interfere with anything. It was like, God, I'm actually going to do this. So for me, there was a lot of waiting because I could not say to people, I'm doing this. And I'd get a phone call saying, listen, you know, could you do something for us, you know, this weekend in November? And because there were dates, although we didn't have them, earmarked in November for promos and stuff, I thought, I can't say yes. And I go, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm actually doing something else. So what are you doing? Nothing.
Washing my hair.
I'm washing my hair that day. So it was a bit difficult right up until we were told, you know, that they released it. Now, obviously, like you, family and very, very close friends who were also bursting to go, oh my God, can I tell my mother? No, I cannot tell your mother. So it was a long wait.
And then for you guys then, behind the scenes, how is it? Is there a great team dynamic right now amongst 11 of you? Is it competitive at all?
No, I can't stand them. I really can't.
Yeah, we don't like each other at all.
Don't like each other at all. We're just putting this on for. We're just putting this on.
There were 3 solicitors hiding behind the counter.
It is. You best describe it, actually. Cliona best describes the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think, you know, everyone, we genuinely do all get on with each other, and it's so easy as well to talk to these guys. They're really, really nice, and everyone I know is from different backgrounds, but there is a really genuine support. When the guys were out there last week, we're like, go Fred, go Peter, go Darren.
Not like that for me, but anyway.
Yes,
we were supporting you. We were supporting you.
We thought you were brilliant. So did the audience, by the way. It went wild.
Oh, thanks so much. But it is, you're dead right, isn't it? It's a great buzz.
Yeah, it really is. And how about the judges then? Even say, I suppose you haven't got all the feedback yet, but are they kind of a part of behind the scenes? Will they be coming up to you, giving you words of support, or do they kind of keep their distance? Would they have to keep their distance?
We're not looking at each other.
They're very friendly.
They are. Exactly.
They're
quite
well,
I was just wondering,
and very warm.
Because they have to be so honest with you and give you such feedback and also entertain. Is there
I think, to be fair for Fred, I think he got a bit of a hard time on Sunday because it's our first night out. But I feel if we actually, we're going to have to step up to the plate. We're in a dancing competition, and we have to kind of go. If it's constructive criticism, then I have no issue with it. Yeah. Absolutely not at all. And it's all about, I'll take it on board when I've stopped crying, right? because I feel so rejected by what they said. But I will, on Monday morning go, well, maybe I was kind of a little bit on my toes and I shouldn't have been, and maybe I didn't have my hold right. And instead of expecting to go out there and get it right first off, there's no way I can do that. Or
Me
any of us
either.
can do that.
And I suppose if you get a low score at the beginning, you can only go up. So,
But that's it.
Good way of
That's
looking
it.
at it.
Yeah.
It's
I
always
like
good
your
to have
train of
something to
thought.
prove.
Yes.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
exactly though. Yeah,
Yeah.
the underdogs. And finally, guys, is there any song or dance that you are just dying to dance to and hoping that you get over the next few weeks? Now, I know you can't give too much away, but is there any, or even something from a movie that you'd like to repeat? Anything like that?
Well, because I am a country singer, I want to be dancing to a country song. Get out there and
Yeah.
yahoo and yeehaw.
Cliona, that has to happen, doesn't it?
Just really.
I had a nightmare that one of my songs was Mad World. I was like, how do I...
That'll be the
find it
interpretive
kind of
dance one.
funny. I can't get the beat in it. It's probably one of the saddest songs ever written. Like so.
And what about you, Eilish? Besides Eilish's tango?
I suppose I wouldn't. Besides my tango, I love the song "Happy." Is it "Happy"? Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Love that, yeah.
Because that's I am happy.
Yeah.
But because it just describes how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I could dance to it.
Of course
But
you could.
I love music anyway. So I love the traditional. Like if I have to do a waltz, I'd love it to be a traditional piece of music rather than a modern take on,
Yeah. Good
because it
traditional
reminds me. I mean, I love my mother used to love Akerbilk, and my formal training, dance training, I have to admit, was round the kitchen table with my mother.
That's
when I was
lovely.
8. Up until after Mass every Sunday, we would come back and she'd give me a dancing lesson.
Oh, that's really
it was
nice.
always to music like that, walk in the Black Forest, and it was just beautiful. So that brings back lovely memories for me. And so when I think of a waltz, I think of traditional music rather than the old-fashioned music rather than the modern stuff.
Yeah. And you guys are going to be probably very much in high demand at every wedding or event you go to for the rest of your lives now.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
I'm available for weddings, funerals, and
Taking bookings now. Do you know what my big goal though for the show is?
Yeah.
I really want to learn how to do the Michael Jackson moves.
We haven't even talked about that.
Seriously, I want to be out in the disco and be able to do that.
Would you give us a lesson?
Oh well, yeah, definitely. Like,
Wouldn't
so
it be great now?
I'd love to. Hopefully, if I,
all moonwalking
yeah,
after Fred.
Oh my God, we would look so cool.
Fred and his fans.
I'm totally going to get you all to moonwalk now in a minute. Fred, when did you learn how to moonwalk? Or just one of those things when you were a kid?
Very young, yeah. Like there were just a few tricks, Michael Jackson tricks I learned when I was a kid. And so yeah, definitely. Like I've always been a massive Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
So it's and it's there is that element of did you mention Eilish as well? There is a return to childhood.
Yes.
Of dancing again, and there's a great freedom in it.
Isn't there?
I always associate with
it's getting
freedom.
in touch with the child.
Exactly.
Himself,
Definitely.
it's
so
enjoyable. Connecting to that child. I think when you go out dancing now,
Yeah.
when you go out dancing, it's getting in touch with that child.
Exactly.
Yourself and letting the child do the dance.
Innate fun.
Child will never let you down.
Yeah. That's a great way of looking at it. Guys, I cannot wait to see you two ladies perform on Sunday night, and Fred, I can't wait to see more of you. Best of luck with it all, and thanks again for coming into me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you got the volume?
Oh, I've got it.
That's it from me. Don't forget, all the interviews from the Telly Show to date are available as podcasts on iTunes, Spotify and Omni. Catch you next week.
All you need to do is slide. Swap foot, slide. Swap foot, slide. Swap foot.
Slide. Swap foot, slide.
I get a flow. That's it.
Slide.
In Ireland, this is what we call flirting.